I have just created a YouTube channel in which I will upload some videos and I will try to talk about the things that I need to talk about and I want to discuss, and a few things that you all want to discuss and want me to discuss. Today it is the first video, and today's topic is how to be a good communicator. Honestly speaking, this is a very difficult question to answer, but I made a little research on this topic and I've written a few points. I will try to explain those points in a very good and relatable manner. The first thing is make the environment comfortable. Trust each other. If you're talking to a person and that person doesn't trust you or you don't trust that person, then no one is going to open up in front of each other. You're not going to talk about your weaknesses, your vulnerabilities. And you both might not be honest to each other while talking to each other. The first step is make the environment comfortable. Try to make the other person trust you and try to trust that person. The second thing is be a good listener. A good communicator is not a person who can speak fluently, a person who can just talk about his problems, a person who can just talk about his weaknesses. No, you're not a good communicator if you're not a good listener. So be a good listener. Try to listen to what the other person is saying. Try to listen to his problems. For a short period of time, put aside your problems. And this is the thing that we lack. We don't have the ability and we don't have the power of listening to other person's problems. We think that our problems are bigger than anyone else's problems. So we just are waiting for the other person to end his speech and talk about our own problems. No, you're not a good communicator. You need to be a good listener. So listen to his problems, listen to him attentively and effectively. Listen to him. The third point is understand his feelings, understand his emotions, understand his problems. If you're listening to his problems and you're not understanding his problems, that is not what it requires to be a good communicator. Being a good communicator wants you to understand other person's feelings. Listen to his feelings, listen to his emotions, and listen to his problems more than you are listening to that person. Try to feel, try to get the vibe and the energy that the other person is radiating. If you are understanding his problems, then you're going to find some solutions to it as well. Or else you will just listen to them and have nothing. Listen to his problems, understand them, and try to find the solutions. The third point that I've written is don't just be self-centered. Don't think that your problems are bigger than his problems. That person might be anyone. Don't think that your problems are the biggest ones. No. The fourth point is be patient. Be patient. Listen to him with patience. Don't just wait for the other person to end his speech. Listen to him. Don't just hear his words, his sentences. Listen to them. Don't just hear the words and ignore. No. The fifth point is pay heed to non-verbal conversations. This is the main point. Try to understand the silences. Try to understand the other person's body language. If he's sad and he cannot talk about his problems, he's not talking about his problems. Try to understand his emotions through his silences. Because I feel that silences speak more than words. Try to listen to his silences. If you are comfortable in understanding someone else's silences and nonverbal conversations, then you are really a very good communicator because you're a good listener. The sixth point is don't find the solutions to his problems. You need to make him feel confident. You need to make him feel stronger. You need to make him strong. Strong enough so that he may find the solutions to his problems himself. Or else that person is going to depend on you for the rest of his life. Just try to make him confident. Try to make him strong so that he may deal with his problems himself. But be with him through the whole journey and through that whole process. Be with him. Become his strength. Become his confidence. Give him that confidence. He should get the energy from you, but you need to make him find a way to use that energy. Don't just use the energy yourself. Don't make him dependent on you. Make him independent. Make him confident. Make him strong. The seventh point is be optimistic. Be optimistic. Understand why the other person is depressed. Understand what the other person is going through. And you need to understand that depression and being depressed has nothing to do with how positive you are, with how optimistic you are. Not all the people who are depressed are negative. Positive people also get depressed. Optimistic people also get depressed. Yeah, their journey of finding the solutions is way easier than the negative people, but not just negative people get depressed. Be optimistic, be positive. Don't judge the other person. Let him talk about his problems and don't judge him. The next point is don't be afraid of silences. Don't be afraid of silences. Let him be silent for a while. Let him talk when he wants to talk. Let him be silent when he wants to be silent. Let him discuss his problems the way he wants to discuss. Make him trust you, and then let that person decide the time, the correct time, and the way of discussing. Ask questions. Ask him some questions. Ask more questions. That person might not be comfortable in talking about all the things. It takes time to open up. Give him that time. Ask questions about his problems. And be patient. Don't just think that you want to talk about your problems also. No. Be patient and let that person take his time. Now the last point is, you need to open the cupboard, clean the mess that person has created in his mind, or clean the mess and then put a lock on all the things that he has said. Talk about such things when he wants to talk about such things, or he will not be comfortable to talk about such things ever again in his life. You just need to put a lock on them. So this brings us to the end of this video, and leave the comments and